Hey guys, I am backstage with Sachin+Babi. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Oh, happy to be here.
So you guys are just amazing designers. I so respect you. I love your collections. So for fall, where did you start?
I'll take responsibility for that. I've been into vintage Harley-Davidson motorcycles. I've been looking at them all summer, and I found this fabulous book that had fashions that was influenced by Harley-Davidsons in the 1920s. And they were, overalls that the mechanics wore, and even the women's in the leather jackets with the pockets on the sides, and it sort of started from there. Obviously True Grit, the girl is that type of a girl, but still, we wanted her to be feminine. As the collection progressed, both Bobby and myself loved playing with different textures. We had found some fabulous fabrics over the summer. We mixed heavy cable knits with georgettes, with stretch georgettes. We found Mongolian lamb with leather, a lot of leather trimmings. So yes, you will see influences in it, but our true heart always is that the woman should always be feminine. So as the collection built up, it got a life of its own, actually.
Well, that's the best way for it to happen, and that it really takes on that life and then transfers to the woman who wears it.
Absolutely.
So what's the woman that you guys designed for? Because you have such a unique aesthetic, and I love how it is so feminine, but it's got that, some little masculine touches to it, or it's got those different textures you talked about that you guys are really just brilliant at mixing these textures. So what's that woman that you designed for?
Well, we're very lucky because we are kind of two other sides of the coin. He's the maestro of design, and I come in with my sensibility of collaborating with ideas of what one really needs and what one really can pull off. So yes, not everybody has a busy life, but it depends from day to evening to life with kids, minus kids. It is luckily because we are such a yin and yang of it. If I don't wear it, I'm not completely convinced.
Exactly.
So that aspect of our collaboration works very well. So it has to be kind of very democratic. It has to work for, everybody's busy life. It has to be that je ne sais quoi for every day, though.
Yeah.
I don't
love that. Yeah, so it's really for the real woman, but it's very practical and versatile. But at the same time, still has so much je ne sais quoi, so it has oomph to it. It's got
it should
style.
Fit her lifestyle. For us, it's always been that it's not about us. It's not about the clothes. It's about her. It's about what makes her feel sexy. It's about what makes her feel energetic. It's about what makes her feel strong and independent. And I think our clothes, hopefully, as we go on season per season, we're learning and adapting more and more towards it.
Well, your clothes just give women such a confidence that they really make you feel beautiful and strong and confident. Do you think there's anything particular that you guys do that really translates that? Because that's not an easy thing to do.
Really? Well, I talk to a lot of crazy fashionistas, friends of mine. I go through a lot of closets. I go through my own closet. You do kind of internalize as to what really needs, because there is a mass of things out there today, So there should be truly a need for it, and your interpretation should be very true to what you feel. So I don't know if it sounds a little pompous, but I don't know.
I think as long as you're true to yourself, somehow it comes out right. And like Bobby said, if it doesn't fit her, it doesn't feel good when she wears it. She's like, this is not what we're going to put in the collection.
Right.
So it has to make sense. After all, yes, you want your design aesthetic to be properly realized, but it has to make sense for her.
Exactly.
It has to make sense in terms of fit. She has to feel comfortable wearing
right.
what she's
Fit
wearing.
is really key, and that's something that you guys are also really good at, and that's something that I always really love about your clothes is that they fit me really, really well. And a lot of our fans love your clothes because of the fit. How do you guys approach that to really fit different body types, different women? They're all every body type is different.
I think between the girls that show our lines to the fit model, it is such a wide degree of array of the people we rope in. So luckily, we
go through several steps, and it's a learning process.
Yeah.
Every season we learn something better. There is no quick answer for it. Every season there's a different approach to it.
So it's really a process.
It is a process, and I think it's a never-ending process. I think with every season, with every collection, you come up with, there will be a new set of problems that you have to overcome. But as long as you address it in the correct time, then you're fine.
So a little bit about the process. What's your favorite part of the process? From that first inspiration moment to this ending amazing moment of presenting your collection.
Well, every season depends on the madness that's gone into it. I'll be very honest. Sometimes for resorts, because it's a short collection, it's a fun summer party. But for fall, it's a wider, collection. There are so many more deliveries. I think today it's a sense of revelation,
Yeah.
So,
We've been working on this for 3.5 months, 4 months.
so today I think is the best part of it, where you enjoy it, you blow some steam, talk to great people in the press, and just enjoy it. That's it, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So coming from you guys who, you're in the industry, you are, very well respected, what advice would you give, the real woman, the woman who, has kids or has, a job, maybe is even in college, what advice would you give her about style, about dressing? What advice?
Well, see, everybody has their own sense of style today, and that is very important because the girl has to just learn to have fun with it. Embrace fashion in her own sensibility. Wear it with whichever way you feel you can rock a look. There is no, I hate that in out. Yes, of course there is. Leopard is not going to be so key 5 seasons from now, but there are a few classic things that always will be there. So it's truly, yes, it's nice to kind of, watch the blogs and get tear sheets from magazines, but if you feel comfortable in it and you really enjoy it, then I think it'll just show through it. Yeah. Right?
I think we make the fantasy, they make it real.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
That's
you know
great.
what?
I love
so we create these designs and we create these fabulous things. Some of them can only be worn on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Some of them is just what was in our mind. But they really make it real. When they pull it up and they pull 2 things together and they put it on them and they make it part of their lifestyle, that's what's real. So hopefully we design for that woman.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you guys so
Well,
much.
thank
You are
you for
truly
your time.
very talented
Oh,
and very excited to see the collection. Okay. I'm here with Angie from C&D, who's done the nails for the Sachin+Babi show.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys did for nails for the show.
Okay, well, for this show, we actually used our new 2011 fall color that's coming out. It's Midnight Sapphire. So it's a rich jewel tone, dark jewel tone. And it really is, the makeup is very, pale on the face.
Yeah.
The eye is strong, the eyeliner
Yes.
is strong. And the nails just make a really bold statement. It's strong, it's tough.
Yeah.
And it goes with the colors there's this color in the collection, in their collection. So it just represents a toughness, a tough sexiness for the woman that wears their clothes.
Well, because they've got this kind of vintage Harley Davidson thing, so it really, really flows well with that.
Oh, definitely.
And so, I mean, this color is definitely, not for the faint of heart. It's not, that kind of basic color, but it really is a neutral. I mean, looking at it on the models, it looks good on every skin tone. Is that something that you feel any woman could wear this?
Oh, definitely. And if I think everyone can wear it because it does go with whether it's contrasting or complementing.
Exactly.
But also, if someone feels like it's just too much, you could, overlay it with super matte top coat, which will kind of make it kind of hazy and soften it, make it more like fabric. In this show, we actually used air dry top coat from C&D for high shine, because there is a lot of shine in the hair from being smoothed back into the low ponytail. So, so we went with that bold statement of shine. But just to subdue it a little and just soften it, a super matte top coat, which we've seen a trend of that this season.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. So that's a great way that you can really switch the color up. You can kind of have 2 different versions of it.
Yes.
So from C&D, just in general, what do you think are going to be some of the hottest nail trends for fall?
Well, for the hottest nail trends that we're going to see are dark, rich jewel tones, like this navy, this sapphire, dark midnight sapphire blue. Really dark amethyst, like purple, dark, rich jewel tones, dark, deep reds. We'll also see, on the other hand, we're going to see softer, muted, like nude tones with a little shimmer coming through, kind of illuminating, and super matte top coat. Super matte, I found that this season is more like, we look at nails as how to accessorize. We can accessorize our look with our nails by choosing a color that to either coordinate or contrast. But what I'm finding this season is a lot of designers are looking at the nails like fabric.
Really?
Yeah, and it's really been a lot of fun, because we've created these different looks with what we have, with either with super matte top coat. We've mixed a few colors in a couple of different shows, and so it's more about just a soft like satin a silky, you know, finish
Yeah.
rather than super high shine.
Right.
And kind of a comfortable look. in
Yeah, it's
way.
a little bit more
Yeah,
relaxed.
Yeah, relax, exactly.
Yeah. So I want to ask you really quick about shellac. And that's
Sure.
something that I have fallen in love with, I have
Yes.
to tell you. And C&D is my favorite. I love the shellac. So this is something that has come out that it stays on for 2 weeks.
Yes.
It's absolutely amazing. Can you just tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Shellac is actually a service that you would get in a professional salon, and it is like a power polish. And what that means is it stays on for 2 weeks. There's no drying time. You don't have to be careful. High shine for 2 weeks. No chipping. And it's actually healthy for your nails. There's no damage to the natural nail. There's no filing on the surface or anything. It's just shaping the nail, and it's base coat, color, top coat, and your nail professional, you know, it cures in a light, but it is just like the best way to describe it is just a power polish, and it's changing women's lives.
It is. I will tell you, it's changing mine. I mean, for the first time, I feel like I can actually get my nails done and have it stay on for more than a day before it chips.
Right, and you're actually saving time too.
Yeah.
Our lives are so busy, and who has time to go to the
Yeah.
salon
Or
and have
money.
it done, and then and then in 2 or 3 days it's like chipping or coming off. I mean, women are saving time, and it's actually women are going to get shellac done because they're hearing how fabulous it is. And it really is. It's revolutionary.
Yeah, it really is, and that it doesn't hurt the nail is what I love.
Not at all.
You know that you when you take it off, there's not nothing
Right,
wrong with the nail. You're not hurting it, so it's not like something that's going to be difficult and hard on your nails, but it's going to stay on.
Right, and actually a lot of women claim it makes their nails better, and it does, because it is a protective coating, and
That's really true. Yeah, so it actually is it's gonna guard the nails.
exactly.
Great. Well, thank you so much for talking
Sure,
with me.
thank
I
you.
love C&D. You guys have great products.
Thank you. We love it too.
Everyone, definitely watch out for this color. It's coming out in the fall.
Yes.
And it's called
Midnight Sapphire.
Midnight Sapphire.
And it
so
is
everyone needs to go
rich.
get this fabulous jewel tone. I'm here with Tanya, the lead stylist from Bobbi Brown, doing the makeup for the Sachin+Babi show. Thanks so much for talking with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about where you started for the makeup. It is so stunning. It's so clean and natural. Tell me a little bit about where you started.
Well, they really wanted a look that was inspired by the 1920s vintage Harley Davidson look. So they thought, okay, we want to create a look that is like the wife of the guy that owns all the bikes, and so she wants to be confident and edgy, but not downtown, like have a clean look to it. So that's where we played around with keeping the eye really clean with a soft, creamy lid, and then extended the eyeliner to give that
liner. I love that
it's
liner.
so gorgeous, and a little bit of extension really gives that drama.
Yes.
You know, to make it look more confident and a little bit on the edgy side. And then we just added a few lashes on the end to really keep the extension longer on the end of the eye, which is great.
And that really opens up the eye.
Absolutely.
And so that's really something that really any woman could do at home.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if she was gonna do this look, what would she do?
So you want to start with something that's really neutral on the lid. The difference, though, is that you want to create contrast. So you're going to highlight the brow bone as much as you can to give the contrast to the neutral lid color.
Yeah.
And then extend the eyeliner, but you don't want to go all the way out. We went in between the end of the eye and the eyebrow. You want to keep it a little bit closer, almost like just a hair past the crease of the eye. When you open your eye and you look straight in the mirror, it's like a little bit past that point.
Okay, so really it's not difficult at all. It's something you can do quickly.
Yes.
And it would be a great like day to night look as
Right,
well. That's
absolutely.
something, work in the bathroom, just quickly, do that extra liner and have a little trauma.
Yeah, and if you're not like really good at a black eyeliner, what you can do is take like a dry eyeliner brush and kind of go over the line a couple times, and it will smudge it out just a smidge, and then add lots of mascara, because if you add a lot of mascara, your eyeliner, if it's not perfect, it'll like hide behind those eyelashes. So that's really nice too.
That's a good tip. So what Bobbi Brown products would you use for this?
Definitely the black gel eyeliner. It's an
I love that
amazing product. It doesn't wear off. It looks fabulous. And then we used a new mascara. It's called Lash Glamour Lengthening Mascara, and it's amazing. So that gives a lot of fullness and drama to the lashes. Gives a little bit more of an extension also. So that's kind of like how you would get the eye look, and you can play around with whatever neutral shadows you have in your collection of stuff at home. And then for the lip, we just did a neutral beigey lip, but really matted it down. So if it's not as wearable, you know, for daytime or evening, you can just use a beigey lip color that's more matte.
Right, wonderful. So what do you think are going to be the hottest trends for fall when it comes to makeup?
For makeup, we're seeing a lot of like real creamy, healthy skin, which is good. It's kind of like one of those staples from season to season, whether it's fall or spring. Having healthy, glowing skin is really important.
Kind of that dewy look.
Yeah, it's not even always dewy. It's just like a healthy, like natural skin where you don't have a lot of makeup on.
Right. Yeah. So not a really matte look.
Right. And then we're seeing a lot of eyeliner especially for fall. You know, it really gives the eye some definition and strength. So that's kind of like a consistent trend that we see. And also too, we're seeing a little bit more of a like a bolder lip.
Oh,
you know, today we did something opposite. We did a bolder eye and then a softer lip, but we have seen a lot of bold lips.
Bold lips as well.
Yeah.
So one last thing, what advice would you give women about makeup? Just overall, you know, you work with so many different people, so many different shows, you know, what advice would you give the real woman, you know, who's rushing in the morning to get ready as kids? What advice would you give her?
The biggest advice that I would give any woman would be to go to a makeup counter and have a makeup artist teach you how to become your own makeup artist. So whether you sit down, if you can find a really good artist at a counter, they can walk you through how to choose the right foundation, how to put the eyeliner on, and someone that will give you a lesson. So I think it's important to shop for a makeup artist at a department store because they're trained to service clients, and then and as soon as you gain some confidence with how to put your makeup on, you can explore and learn how to do a fall look or learn how to do a spring look. It's all about learning the simple techniques that builds the confidence in yourself to
learning the basics.
Exactly. And it makes a big difference though if you want to do something trendy.
Exactly.
Then you have a confidence level there. So that's the biggest
then you can play around and really get those different looks.
Yeah.
So really, you know, you can go to the Bobbi Brown counter and you can really have
we focus on exactly. Like Bobbi Brown as a brand, we actually focus a lot on teaching clients the lesson so they can become confident in themselves to be their own makeup artist, and that's so important too. If you're like, I'm a mom of 2 babies.
Oh goodness.
Like a 2-year-old and a 9-month-old. So it's all about like learning what's quick.
Yes.
And you know, it's going to be effective. So I think learning the techniques, then the time cuts down too. So that helps.
That's great. Well, thank you so much. The models look absolutely beautiful.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.